You're listening to a Mash Those Buttons podcast. Visit mashthosebuttons.com for a full podcast schedule.
Cargo secured. Extraction complete. Intelligence System Analytic Computer is activated. All ISAC systems are confirmed online. Data scanned. Downloading files.
What's up, guys? You're listening to episode 78 of SITREP Radio, giving you the news and other happenings in the world of The Division. It's a bit of a quiet week for news, as there is no state in the game. However, PTS 3 is live for PC players to test update 1.8. But first, my name is Mike, and joining me, as always, is my co-host, Robert.
Hello.
And Luke is AFK this week, as he's got the dreaded lurgy, and we wish him the road to better health as soon as possible. Yes, he does. That being the case, go send him some love on Twitter at SITREPLuke, and we'll probably catch him next week. That being the case, just a reminder from last week, as we mentioned, there is an event going on in the Division as of tomorrow, the 20th of October. It will be a double weekend for supply drops in the Dark Zone.
Awesome.
So go check it out. Right, let's get on to a little bit of news, Rob.
Yeah.
State of the game.
Okay, so I don't think at the minute, at the time of recording, there's any official patch notes being released through the Ubisoft forums or over on Reddit, but some people have managed to put some stuff together through the PTS Phase 3 live on PC. It's not actually live on console, but I'm sure we'll see it in the next couple of weeks. Gear changes pretty much straight away. Alpha Bridge classified, that awesome set that we talked about last week, Rob, got a little bit of a tweak. It's nerfed.
What have they done to it?
Well, I'm guessing they've nerfed the damage, but as we don't have the full...
Oh yeah, we don't know the exact details, it's just...
new. And apparently Class C Nomad and Class C Predator's Mark, those really OP sets from PTS Phase 2, have not changed at all.
Good job.
Yeah, good job. I'm going to say go home massive, you're drunk. Because those were stupidly powerful. I said last week I was watching Luke just go down in like 2 seconds. It was ridiculous. Did you have a chance to check out the house on the PTS you played?
I did. When we first played it in week 1 on
week 1 or
PC?
2. Yeah. So basically they've nerfed the damage by 7.4%. And there's a bit of an outcry at the minute because it's an exotic that's now in line with a PP19.
Right. Well, that's a little bit shit, isn't it?
It's a bit poo. So I'm sure you will probably see on social media, Reddit, and the official Division forums. I reckon that will probably get tweaked, bumped up a little bit more.
For sure.
DZ, bit of a talking point at the minute. We might have a talk about that in a minute, but we'll see. We don't have the official PTS patch notes at the minute, but apparently the time for actually clearing the manhunt status at a manhunt station has been reduced, and they've removed the Thompson or the Tommy from the reward pool for clearing a contamination event, because I think a lot of players were getting those repeatedly. I think I'd be a bit annoyed.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, manhunts are now within 100 meters, a player will get a notification, and if they're within 50 meters, a player will get a notification. However, something that Yumi discussed, I think even today, rogues, I'm guessing rogue hunters that are non-manhunt will have to wait 30 seconds before leaving the Dark Zone. How do you feel about that change?
Yeah. That's okay, I guess.
I'm guessing it's to stop players from just fast traveling all over the place, which seems to be an issue at the minute with Rogue 2.0. Manhunts will also have to wait 6 minutes now before leaving the Dark Zone. However, as I said, we'll have to wait for the official patch notes to go live before we can 100% confirm this. As at the minute, it's speculation. And Skirmish will now reward Skirmish cachers just like last stand cachers.
Beautiful.
That being said, quick thoughts on the Rogue 2.0 in the minute. The whole community is in fucking disarray over this at the minute, isn't it? We discussed this last week, and then since then it's just gone absolutely fucking mental.
Yeah, there's a lot of people crying out for it to be changed. There's, I can see their points of view, and yeah, I don't really want to go into too much detail, but I think something needs to be done. Otherwise, there wouldn't be this many people moaning.
Yeah. I watched Like Butter's video today, and he said there was that many people complaining when they tried to implement, or was it reloading whilst running? Like they were trying to stop that from happening. On, what was it, 1.6? I think that was meant to be implemented.
Yeah.
And it got removed because just people were just like, no, don't like that. And I hope that doesn't happen completely with Rogue 2.0. I still think you can save Rogue 2.0, but I'm sure we will get a chance to discuss that hopefully properly soon in the next week, maybe. That being said, there's a petition, Robert. I don't know if you've heard about this. A petition. Basically asking Ubisoft to start the development of Division 2, please.
Really?
Yeah. And at the time of recording, it's on about 152 supporters.
Wow.
And it's just pretty much saying, let's frickin' start Division 2 already. That's pretty much it. So if you're interested, go check out Manny UEG, I think, is running that at the minute. Yeah, I don't really think there's much we can say about that. I'm sure we would both love a Division 2 at the minute.
Yes. Take my money. You can have my money now. I'll have the game when it's ready.
I think a lot of people would like a Division 2. I think we're seeing a lot of people like the Division in general at the minute. Seem to be coming back from another game.
Yeah. That's a sore subject.
That's another sore subject for a different community.
Just Division, right? Massive. Don't make the hardest content in your game. Give only vanity items as loot. Just don't do that, because that's a bad thing to do. Learn from another company's mistake. Right, rant over.
That was a very short rant. I was going to say that now. But being the case, Rob is talking about Destiny, and you did play the raid yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find it on Prestige?
It's definitely a challenge.
Was it worth your shaders?
We got to the bass and then just kind of we laughed at it and just gave up.
You laughed at Prestige mode.
I was just literally just laughing because it was the ads are just very difficult. Like I wasn't dying that much, but like pretty much every time we tried it, like 2 people were dying, and it just it's very difficult. Because the ads are at a certain level, and because they haven't increased the power level, it's just because in the past when you did a raid, you would get gear that would help you boost your power level. So when you were at certain stages, you would then have a little bit of an advantage over the ads. They haven't done that this time for some reason or other, and it's just very tough. It's doable. I mean, a lot of the streamers struggled at the BAFS section that I was watching yesterday. So I said to my raid team when we first started that if we get past the BAFS, I'd be chuffed. So we didn't, but we kind of gave up because everyone was getting a bit pissed off with it. And no one got any drops off the first 2 sections in my whole raid team, so we were all a bit disheartened by that as well.
It's fine. Just go back and try it when they increase the light level.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh, just before we move on off that, would you say it's about as difficult as a legendary mode on the Division?
Yeah.
Stolen Signal?
Yeah. It's on. Yeah, I'd say it's on par with like Heroic Stolen Signal, maybe.
Nice. Yeah, and that's Rob's Destiny of the week. That being the case, off the back of that petition that we've seen started in the community this week, if anybody's interested, I mean, I don't want to cause any speculation here, but there's a development tester job going at Malmo, Sweden, for a certain game. And they want a testing and quality management person that will be able to work on the Division.
Can you work from home?
Apparently not. Apparently the job description means you have to be positioned in Malmo, Sweden, and you have to it requires working on site, unfortunately.
Is Swedish hard to learn?
I think you just speak with an accent, right?
No, I don't think that. I don't think you actually probably going to need to learn Swedish if you have to move to Sweden.
Disagree. But
just shout to everyone until they understand me.
I don't think we've actually spoke about this. I know we put it in our Discord over at Team SITREP, and I know me and Luke spoke about it, but I don't think we actually spoke about it. How do you feel about this? The fact that they're advertising, obviously, is a good thing. We want testers, not just the PTS testers that are out there. Congratulations to all of you. What do you think this means for the future of the Division? I guess is what I'm asking.
I don't know. Maybe someone got sacked and they need to replace him, or is or maybe they're trying to get Marcus Staff to work for them, or maybe they're developing another game,
or year 3. They might actually be on the ball and getting stuff ready for year 3. I can see year 3 being more of a thing due to the timeline of the release of the games, and that depending where they decide to go with the sequel, because I do think it's inevitable that we will get a sequel. It's just that at the minute it's a matter of when rather than if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I know Luke kind of feels the same, but he doesn't think. What did he say? He doesn't think that we'll probably see a Division 2 to about very late in 2019, early 2020. But as he said, it's never too early for testers, especially in a game like this, which needs a lot of freaking testing, as shown by update 1.8.
I'm pretty sure I've said before the September to November 2019. That's probably the timescale we're looking at, but it could even be longer than that.
Could be sooner than that.
No.
Well,
we'd know about it, I think.
Maybe they're just getting people in early to actually test the shit out of the game properly this time. I mean, the fact to me that they're actually being based in Malmo, Sweden, and they're working on, it literally says, to work on our successful project, Tom Clancy's The Division. Pretty sure Red Storm and Reflections have got their own testers, but, Massive are the people that are actually going to be, I'm guessing, going to be running a sequel at some point. And it seems like the studios outside Massive are the people actually doing the DLC at the minute. And seeing as they're all busy, I'm guessing Massive are working on something else. I guess we'll have to wait.
It's a lot of guesses.
It's a lot of guesses.
One of them's got to be right. At some point, we've got to get something right. We just keep guessing. It this way. Eventually we will.
Let's hope it doesn't get cancelled like another game this week. Or not cancelled, but shifted and moved around to add even more microtransactions into it. I don't know if you heard about that.
What's that?
Visceral Games, the guys behind Dead Space franchise and Battlefield Hardline, we're working on a Star Wars game with the writer of Uncharted 1 to 3, Amy Hennig, and basically they focus tested the game and decided that they wanted to make it more like Destiny,
Destiny 1 or Destiny 2?
I would say Destiny 1 at the minute.
That's the right answer.
What, on release Destiny 1 or end of
yeah, I don't know. That's a tough question. About halfway through year 2 Destiny 1?
Yeah. But that's it. That's really it for news this week. Not that much. It's kind of chilled out, relaxed week.
Yeah. Have you played any Division this week?
Yes, I have.
What did you do?
I've been in the Division doing a lot of rogue. Well, we were in the dark zone, so you're either going to go rogue or you're chasing rogue, because it's one or the other at the minute. I've got some thoughts on that, but I do want to talk about that. Probably, hopefully, if things work out, be on a separate format. But really enjoyed it. I did play the PTS and did play Rogue 2.0. I do kind of like the fact that the accidental rogue thing is gone, but I understand there's a lot of people that are having issues with that. And kind of going from the PTS and then back to the live game, which is 1.7.1, it was literally the same thing, where accidental rogue, and then all of us were getting like chased by about 10 people instead of actually chasing the people that we were oh my god, I can't get words up, rogue hunting in the first place. So anyway, we'll talk about that later on. That being said, IFM's back this week, Rob.
What?
Okay, so for those that don't know, ideas for Massive, or as we like to call them, IFMs, are ideas we have for the Division, but we jokingly put Massive because we think it's funny for some reason. And we are willingly, Robert, we are willingly putting these ideas out there for anyone to implement into the game. Massive. That being the case, something I kind of feel is a little bit lackluster and would probably help a little bit like Commendations have, because I do kind of feel like this is along the same lines of Commendations at the minute with the global events and what they bring. I would like for I guess we're going to say the D word again, Destiny-style record book revamp of the weekly missions that will guarantee, maybe we can discuss the reward, but potentially an exotic on completion, or it will reward you with an appropriate item that you would think is applicable.
Classified,
or exotic, or just classified at this point.
Classified cash, yeah. At this point, so that's what everyone would be want.
No, I'm down for that. That actually makes sense thinking about it, because how many freaking exotics did we get in the global event, and we're just like, I don't want that. I want the classified stuff. So I suppose it makes more sense. Some things that I'd like to see if we ever got anything like this: time trials for missions. So potentially every month, not every month, maybe every 3 months they drop this, or themed events, and they give you certain missions and you have to go run them in time trials. I know we've kind of got some of this anyway. Enemies killed, I mean, perhaps 100 cleaners.
As we're stealing from Destiny already, we could also do like a point system to like the daily challenge mission or something like that, or maybe heroics. Maybe put point system on heroics like they did with the Nightfalls, and maybe try and put like a score, like a high score to get like a tick on your book.
Yeah.
On each mission, maybe.
I think for me it was just like we have all these like weekly playlist missions, and I'm not running them. I don't know if you are, or I'm not sure if I don't think Luke's running them. I think Luke's just in the dark zone all the time at the minute. I just think it give more incentive to other players out there. That obviously, people enjoy PvE and there's other stuff to do, but having a bit of focus to go do all those things would help. And I know commendations. I know a lot of people are enjoying commendations. I think this would be something that would be potentially permanently in the game, but it's not going to disappear after a week. Maybe it'll run for a month, so you got 4 weeks to do, or perhaps it could be like a weekly thing, like other things in Destiny, I guess. That being the case, whatever it would be, I would like it to be simple and achievable, but not too demanding. So it basically, you have to work for it, but it's not absolutely mental. So you can actually get it done in a week or in 3 weeks, whatever it ends up being. But
yeah, you could also tie it to accommodations where you can have it. If you complete them, you get accommodations.
Yeah.
So yeah.
In fact, you would probably complete commendations doing them, thinking about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Or just put the commendations into a book. But then I guess technically they've already done that with global events.
Yeah.
The name for this, classified intel, which therefore awards you with classified caches.
Yeah.
I feel like we've just kind of done the global event.
A little bit. Shit.
But I mean, what I said, I would like something like a record book or a weekly log that you have to complete that just revamps PvE content in the game and is applicable to Dark Zone and other stuff as well.
Yeah, just like a way to track your progress through certain stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good idea.
Anyway. Maybe not. Maybe it's already in the game. We'll never know.
Oh dear.
That's this week's IFM for Massive.
Do we
Will
have
there be one next week?
All right.
We don't know.
Probably not. Because it seems like the Massive are already ahead of us. Do we have any questions this week?
No.
What?
Can you think of any questions?
Listeners. Come on, guys. It's bullshit. Calling you out. I want like 30 questions next week.
30 questions, yeah. I'm going to make you read all of them.
Bullshit. Oh, just shot myself in the foot.
To be fair, if we have no news next week, you could be reading in slow motion the patch notes, so good luck with that.
That's a video. That's going to happen at some point.
Yeah, we still need to do what we've got we have a plan. Whether it's going to work out or not, whether we have time to do it is a different thing. But
there's always a plan, Mike.
It probably doesn't make a lot of sense out there, but if we manage to do it, it'd be quite good. That being the case, anything else you've been up to, Rob, this week before we disappear?
I installed Warframe on my PS4.
Oh, what, the Plains of Foxy?
Well, it's not on PlayStation yet, but I've got it on PC, but I don't have any friends on PC, so I figured I would inflict all my PS4 friends with Warframe and try and get them to play it because it's a good game.
Inflict or infect?
Well, a bit of both, I guess.
But if you do, where can the listeners find you if you do want to join SITREP, Rob?
What, on PlayStation?
No, on PC.
On PC,
Yeah, you sound kind of lonely over on PC, so I try and help you.
I'm pretty much SITREP Rob everywhere on Uplay, Steam, Blizzard. So yeah. Anything else you've been up to? No. Well, I played Destiny. But that's a given. I jumped in a little bit of Overwatch this week, and I've been playing my Switch quite a bit. I picked up Stardew Valley, so I've been playing that, and I think that's about it. Overwatch is pretty good, so. Have you played Destiny this week? I played it once, and then we got to the end of it, and everyone was like, well, I guess that's it for this week. Okay, bye. It's kind of a sad state. I just wish that all of my raid team played The Division, because I think they'd like it, but they're reluctant. Yeah, same. I managed to get 2 of them to play it, but they won't come back now. Well, if they're listening, tell them to come back, Robert. Okay, come back. Please. Baby, come back. All right, should we end it? This is getting
before I start going on about Kardashian jokes or something stupid.
Okay.
That being the case, Robert, this has been a short show for us. So where can the listeners find us on our normal podcast episodes?
You can find us at SITREP Radio on Twitter and Facebook. Tweet us with the hashtag Team SITREP, as we're all affiliated with that hashtag. If you have any questions or feedback for the show, send them to our email address, which is sitrepradiopod@gmail.com. You can find the SITREP Radio episodes on the following platform: iTunes, Apple Podcasts for iOS, Google Play Music, SoundCloud, Overcast for iOS, Stitcher, Player.fm, Pocket Casts, RSS feeds, Podbeam, and while you're there, give us a subscribe and rate and review us, please.
Thank you very much. While you're over there, just make sure to go check out Mash Those Buttons over on the Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and go check out some of the other awesome podcasts that are a part of the Mash Those Buttons family, our family, and yeah.
Yeah. Also, don't forget to check out the episodes on YouTube. I make the videos every week. Quite proud of it. They're probably shit, but hey.
No, you do an excellent job, and we've had a few discussions over there this week, so we thank you for your comments, and if you subscribe, thank you very much for supporting the show. Share it with your friends, share it with your mum, or anybody else you feel like should check out this.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Your dad.
Your dad? Is your dad still listening to the show?
Yeah, he does. He's an avid listener. Hi, Dad.
Hi, Jay. Hi, Jay. That being the case, thank you, Asians, for listening, as always, and we will catch you in the division very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.